Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well and welcome to today's video. Busch Gardens Tampa Bay is one of Florida's most popular amusement parks that gets visited by millions of people each year, and it's expanded quite a lot recently with the additions of Tigris in 2019 and the RMC Iron Gwazi this year. Most of the SeaWorld parks look set to be getting new roller coasters regularly over the coming years, and I don't see any reason why it would be different here. So in today's video, I'll be giving ideas for what I think Busch Gardens Tampa's next and future roller coasters and flat ride could be. This is just my opinion and I'd be really interested to see what everyone else thinks. So please do leave a comment with your thoughts. My social media pages with quizzes, photos and my thoughts on theme park news are linked below. And without further ado, let's get straight into the video. After the Blackfish documentary, many people were understandably very annoyed with the SeaWorld Parks chain, and this reflected on their attendance figures drastically, and it led to them deciding to take their theme parks in a very different direction to before, focusing on the rides and more specifically the roller coasters, of which every major theme park in the chain had one planned for 2020, and they've gradually been opening up over the past 2 years with the pandemic delaying things. Iron Gwazi, the RMC refurb of the old Gwazi wooden coasters with steel track and lots of inversions and crazy elements, is opening this March, and I don't think that this trend of adding lots of new coasters to their parks is going away anytime soon. I think that Busch Gardens' next roller coaster after Iron Gwazi will probably be a bit on the tamer side, similar to the level of thrill of Cobra's Curse. The obvious choice for me is a small GCI wooden coaster on a very similar scale to Invader at Busch Gardens Williamsburg that will be a non-inverting coaster with some nice pops of airtime but nothing really over the top. I think that the queue line and entrance to the ride could be built into Pantopia, with it then going around the Stanley Falls log flume, which I think probably could work, as it would likely be a shorter ride at not much over 1500 feet in length and 60 foot tall. With all the huge inverting roller coasters that Busch Gardens are famous for, I think that the lineup needs balancing out a bit, and something like this will help to attract a bigger audience to the park, and clearly they're trying to do that after the added Cobra's Curse, and I think that's a good thing, to be honest. Staying in Pantopia, a flat ride idea I have is to add an S&S screaming swing to the area, and whether it's in this area of the park or somewhere else, I think that this is quite likely to happen in the coming years, as they've been popping up at their other parks, including at Busch Gardens Williamsburg and at SeaWorld San Antonio in Texas this year. As far as I'm aware, the only other one of these rides in Florida is a smaller version at Fun Spot, so it would be something a bit different as well, and I think that there is huge appeal for rides like these, as you can really sit back and enjoy the speed, and if not in between the Sand Serpent and Phoenix with the queue areas moved around a bit, then there are plenty of other spaces around the park where this could be slotted in. SeaWorld absolutely loves working with B&M, and they look set to buy another roller coaster from them from SeaWorld Orlando in the world's first surf coaster over the next few years. So I see no reason why Busch Gardens won't get another roller coaster for them, and Florida's first wing coaster would be an awesome choice. Running parallel to the outside road in an out and back layout like that of Gatekeeper at Cedar Point could be the perfect addition to the park, with space for the queue line, station and part of the ride where Tidal Wave used to be, as there's still a good amount of space left from it that wasn't used up by Tigris. It could be at a similar size to that of Montu and Cumber at around 140 feet, and while I don't think it would be launched, they could definitely have the classic wing over drop on the ride and throw in 4 or 5 inversions and some good floater airtime moments too, and they'd be onto a winner. There's no need for loads of theming as most of it will be quite high up, but with a nice station, some landscaping and a parrot theme, with purple track and green or orange supports, it would look great and draw tourists and people in Tampa into the park. Busch Gardens will always be a more thrilling park, and I think that really works for them, as they'd probably struggle competing with Disney and Universal if they decided to go in the other direction. I think it's only fitting that eventually the title of Florida's tallest roller coaster will return to Busch Gardens, and that's why I'd like to see an Intamin hypercoaster, but this probably won't be for a while yet until the novelty of Mako has worn off, and the kind of thing I had in mind would be very different to Mako as well, and more like the planned new roller coaster for Thorpe Park near London, or Conda at Wallaby Belgium that's just opened. It could be a very compact roller coaster with the first few elements in a big connected structure, maybe in the middle of the River Rapids over water, if there's space, but if not, behind it, and it can then go off and do some airtime hills and other unusual elements like a non-inverting cobra roll and ejector hills, but it definitely wouldn't need to be a very long ride at all. Mako only just breaks a hyper barrier at bang on 200 feet, and while I think it would be cool if it was a giga coaster, fitting in a lift hill of that size for one would be a big challenge. And being just over Mako at 220 feet and claiming the state's tallest roller coaster title would be plenty, as I doubt there are any other theme parks in the state that are ever going to beat that, or at least not for a very long time. Those were just some of my thoughts on new roller coaster and flat ride ideas for Busch Gardens Tampa in the future, and please do leave your comments, as it will be interesting to see what everyone thinks will work well at the park as well. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then please consider subscribing, but no pressure, and you can find the details of my social media pages in the description, where you'll find roller coaster pictures, quizzes and my thoughts on theme park news. Have a great day everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.